Today, we are going to explore an old and fascinating theory that has long captivated fans of two magical Disney worlds. Have you ever imagined that Rapunzel, the princess from Tangled, and Elsa, the queen of Frozen, might be sisters? That's right, this theory has been circulating for quite some time, and while we can't credit a specific source, it continues to intrigue many fans. How could two such beloved characters be connected in such a special way? Get ready, because we're going to dive into the similarities and details that make this idea seem increasingly convincing. Now, let's explore one of the main arguments of this theory: the physical similarities between Rapunzel and Elsa. If you look closely, you'll notice that these two princesses share some quite similar features. Let's start with their hair. Rapunzel is famous for her long, shiny golden locks, which are one of her most defining characteristics. On the other hand, Elsa boasts her platinum blonde hair, which is equally striking. Both have such intense and bright hair colors that they almost seem straight out of a fairy tale. Moreover, their skin tones are similar, which further reinforces the idea that they might be connected. This similarity isn't just superficial, it makes fans wonder if there's a deeper relationship between these two enchanting characters. Now, let's talk about a magical detail that could link Rapunzel and Elsa even more: the spell of the magic flower. In Tangled, the golden flower is the source of magic that grants Rapunzel her youth and healing powers. It's a crucial part of the story since the flower's magic is what transforms Rapunzel and gives her special abilities. Now, in Frozen, magic is equally central to the plot, especially with Elsa's power to control ice and snow. The connection between these two forms of magic cannot be ignored. Some fans believe that the magic flower from Tangled and Elsa's powers might share a common origin. Perhaps there's a magical link between the two worlds, suggesting that the stories of Rapunzel and Elsa are intertwined in some way. In the first movie of the franchise, during Elsa's coronation scene, there's a special appearance by Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. They are there to attend the event, and this presence of Tangled characters in Frozen raises the question of how these two worlds might be connected. Rapunzel and Flynn Rider's appearance at the coronation suggests a possible interconnection between the universes of Rapunzel and Elsa. The idea that these two worlds might be closer than we imagine is quite exciting. Could this connection be just a fun detail, or is there a deeper story behind it? This small cameo reinforces the theory that Rapunzel and Elsa could be connected in some way, perhaps as sisters. There are several versions of how the sisters were separated, but I found this one. According to this theory, the connection between Rapunzel and Elsa begins with a tragic and magical event. The story suggests that during the conflict between the kingdoms of Arendelle and the Northuldra, Elsa's mother, Iduna, and her father, Agnar, were facing a great dilemma. Iduna, a woman of great kindness, had saved Agnar from a dangerous situation, and as a reward she was given the gift of having a daughter with magical powers, Elsa, the reincarnated fifth spirit. But fate had other plans for the kingdom. To protect Elsa and ensure her power didn't fall into the wrong hands, it was decided that the royal family of Arendelle should be separated. It was then that Rapunzel, Elsa's younger sister, was sent far from Arendelle and placed in a safe place to grow up away from the conflicts. She was taken to the kingdom of Corona and adopted by a royal family there, under the name Rapunzel. The theory suggests that, to soothe Agnar's heart, who was devastated by the separation from his daughter, he made a deal with the king of Corona to have Rapunzel cared for and protected. Thus, Rapunzel grew up in Corona, while Elsa remained in Arendelle, protected by her parents and the secrets of magic. Over the years, Rapunzel and Elsa grew up in separate kingdoms, but the connection between them was always present, marked by their physical similarities and magical gifts. Eventually, their paths crossed when Rapunzel made an appearance at Elsa's coronation, subtly revealing the connection between these two magical universes. Now, let's discuss what could disprove the theory that Rapunzel and Elsa are sisters. Although there is various evidence suggesting a connection between the two worlds, there are arguments that challenge this idea. First, let's consider Rapunzel's magical gifts. Her magic comes from the golden flower that her mother consumed while pregnant, giving Rapunzel the power of healing and golden hair. This magic is specific and distinct, resulting in unique characteristics that are not directly related to Elsa's powers. On the other hand, in Frozen 2, we learn that Elsa's powers come from a completely different origin. Elsa's mother, Iduna, saved King Agnar during a conflict with the Northuldra, and as a reward, she received a magical gift in the form of Elsa, the reincarnated fifth spirit. This historical context and the origin of Elsa's powers are distinct from Rapunzel's magic. These differences in the origins of their magic suggest that despite the similarities, Rapunzel and Elsa have separate sources of power and distinct stories. This makes the idea of them being sisters a bit less likely. There is a rather interesting theory that suggests Rapunzel is actually Elsa and Anna's cousin. This theory is based on the idea that Rapunzel and Elsa share a more distant family bond, like cousins, which would still maintain a connection between the two magical worlds. Instead of being sisters, as the original theory suggests, this cousin relationship could explain the similarities and interactions between the characters, while keeping the origins of each character's magic independent. If you want to know more about this alternative theory and how it fits into the overall storyline, I have a dedicated video on the channel. Just check out the end screen to explore this and other intriguing theories about the Disney universe. We explored the fascinating theory that Rapunzel and Elsa could be sisters, analyzing the physical similarities, the magical connections, and even the special appearances that reinforce this idea. However, we also saw that there are arguments against this theory, such as the different origins of Rapunzel and Elsa's magic. Additionally, we considered an alternative theory that proposes Rapunzel is Elsa and Anna's cousin, which could explain the connections without altering each character's individual stories. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Disney universe and want to keep exploring theories and curiosities, don't forget to check out the video about the alternative theory I mentioned. It's a great way to continue the adventure and discover even more about the magical world we love. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. See you soon! And click on the video to understand this theory about Rapunzel being Elsa's cousin.